Hello, and welcome to Mr. Clicks Flicks. I'm your host, as always, Mr. Clicks, working every day to bring you the best HeroClix channel available on YouTube. And in today's episode, we're just going to go ahead and do a wrap-up show of my local Comic-Con. I live near Pittsburgh, PA, so we have Pittsburgh Comicon every year. And just wanted to show you guys some of the goodies that I was able to pick up there, and talk about my experience at the show, and then hopefully later on this week I'll bring you an actual HeroClix episode. So this is just the whatever it is, the program that everybody gets at Pittsburgh Comicon. Let's go ahead and talk first. At one of the people that I got to meet and got an autograph from was Jeremy Bullock. And for those of you who don't know who that is, and I can't imagine how you could get away with not knowing who that is, but he was Boba Fett in the Star Wars franchise. And he was selling his autobiography titled Flying Solo. And he was selling it and doing autographs and giving out custom numbering. So I'll go ahead and just get this out of here. It's it has this nice dust cover. Gave you a signed picture when you purchased the book. Gave you a signed card that has a little bit of his history on the back of it. And this is what the cover of the actual book looks like. And as you can see, he sort of picked like a outline of the middle part of Boba Fett's mask to be the like the symbol for the book. So you go ahead and you open it up, and when you were at Comic-Con, he signed it. He would personalize it to you if you wanted it. I didn't have him do that. I just had him sign it. And then apparently there's only 2,000 copies being made, and I ended up with copy number 1,547. And he also had a little ledger there that kept track of, he'd write down your name and where you lived, so sort of like a certificate of authenticity. So that was really cool. I was really happy to meet him. Boba Fett is hands down my favorite Star Wars character, and just to A, get to meet him, and then B, get to buy his autobiography was really just a cool experience. The next person I got to meet was Jim Steranko, and if I'm honest, I didn't really have anything of his to get him to sign, but one of the things he's famous for is for bringing back Captain America. So I had this Captain America picture laying around. Has a little blip about patriotism. I forget where I got this. It might have been Walmart or something, but I had it, and he signed it for me. So I have Jim Steranko's signature. That was really cool. And then one of my favorite comic book artists of all time was there, George Perez. And so I got him to sign my Inhumans #1. And it's not in the best shape, but it's mine, and I like George Perez, so I have it and signed it up here. And then I also had enough money this year to get him to do 2 custom covers for me. And the first one was all new X-Men, and he drew me a really killer beast on my sketch cover, and it's also signed down here by him. I really like this beast. This is the one George did. I think the first thing he did for Marvel was Avengers 141, or at least that's where he got real famous. So I was hoping whenever he draw me beast that it would be from the era that he did it in. So he did a really cool beast for me with the peace sign and stuff. So he's just a really cool guy. He really likes talking a lot. Gives you some time with him, so that you feel, for lack of a better word, you feel taken care of. He definitely appreciates his fans. And then the last thing that I'm going to show you guys that I got, and this is the thing that I thought was the coolest thing that I was able to get. I was able to get George Perez to do me a second sketch cover, and I chose my FF issue #1, volume 1, and he drew me a killer Human Torch on this. and I just absolutely loved it. He was so excited to have somebody ask him to draw the Human Torch. I guess one of his friends was there cosplaying as the Human Torch, so he was just really excited to be able to draw that. And you know, whenever the artist gets excited, they tend to come up with some pretty cool stuff, and I just absolutely love it. You know, whenever he was first drawing it, he just had it, you know, like a normal comic folded in half. He was just doing the front part, and I was like, that's really cool. And then he opened it up and started drawing on the back half, and then, you know, as he was drawing, I was like, man, the only thing that would make this cooler is if he did the Fantastic Four symbol with Johnny Storm flying out of it. And then I was just thinking that to myself, and then he started drawing this up here at the top. So, again, George Perez just knocked it out of the park. I guess his one eye he was having trouble with, and a lot of people were concerned if the lack of depth perception was going to affect his drawing skills, and in my opinion it didn't. Like, for sketch cover, man, this stuff's killer. I couldn't ask for, you know, a better sketch cover by a comic legend. And like I said, he just really makes you feel special, you know, to stand there and talk to him, and he gives you plenty of his time. You know, like last year I went and got Stan Lee to sign some stuff at Pittsburgh Comicon, and it was really nice, but at the same time, it wasn't Stan Lee's fault, but there were so many people in line, basically all he could do was sign your stuff and move you along. So, you know, you didn't really get to say anything really other than, hello, Stan Lee, I really like your work, and then you got your thing signed and moved along. And, you know, that's not a reflection on him. Everybody like Jim Steranko and George Perez both had nothing but good things to say about him. They said that the person you see on TV and stuff is the real person, and from my experience, I would say that's definitely yes. But also, talking about George Perez, you know, giving you the time of day and stuff whenever you get stuff signed by him, Jim Steranko also did the same thing. That's why I came back to this. He probably, I was standing behind a group of 3 guys that were, you know, talking to Mr. Steranko and getting some things signed, and I was standing there with my wife. And as my wife was looking through Mr. Steranko's art that you could buy, you know, he kept trying to draw me into the conversation that was ahead of me, and, you know, just talking good about the town and stuff like that. And then, you know, whenever I got up there to talk to him, you know, he really seemed to want to talk to people and get a connection. And he probably talked to everybody for 3 or 4 minutes, which, you know, if you're standing in line is a good long time to be able to talk to somebody. And that's something that I like. Like, I don't mind standing in line for an hour or so if the guy's, you know, giving you a chance to talk to him, you know, answer maybe a couple questions, maybe throw out a few jokes. You know, I don't like standing in line if all the guy's going to do is sign there and not even bother talking to you. So I really like these guys. It was a good experience. If anybody with any sway in Pittsburgh Comicon has any pull, please have Jim Steranko back. He was such a cool guy to meet, and this was his first trip out to Pittsburgh. It was just a really good experience. And then that's pretty much all the cool stuff that I got or was able to get. Ran out of money, typical me, before I was able to buy everything that I liked. There was a lot of really cool things out there. There was this one guy out there named Rack, and I got a couple of his, they're like playing card style things. And, well, here, hold on, maybe I'll be able to get them out real quick. Alright. So, this guy's named Rack. I don't know what it stands for. R-A-K. And he does these little cards. Well, he has bigger ones too, but it seems like every year I go to Comic-Con, I always spend my money before I get to them, and these are only like $1 a piece, so I'm able to come away with a couple. But he calls them Super Freaks, and they're in this really cool, I would call it like 70s style, where if anybody remembers or has heard of Rat Fink from the 70s, where he'd be in like a muscle car, and it'd be in sort of this style. This is what it always reminds me of, so I always enjoy his stuff whenever I go to look at it, so I was really excited to be able to see him again. Last year I got this cool one with Spider-Man and Daredevil and Silver Surfer, and then this year I picked up Galactus and Boba Fett, since Jeremy Bullock was there. So I was really excited to pick up those 2 pieces this year. And there was also a really cool lady there that did some shadow box stuff where she did relief artwork in them, and it was absolutely out of this world. And I'm definitely going to be doing business with her. And so whenever I get that piece of artwork in, I'll definitely do a video on it and show you guys. And then whenever I do that, go ahead and post her website to try to refer her some work. I guess she's out of Cleveland, Ohio. But it was absolutely stellar, and it wasn't really that expensive considering what she was doing for you. So that's all I have for you guys today, just for this Pittsburgh Comicon wrap-up. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to view my HeroClix videos, or in this case, just regular comic book videos. And that's all I have for you today. Please remember that it's only a critical miss if you don't have probability control. Bye-bye.